And when we went about 5-6 kilometers, the pin broke and our vehicle was toppled to the right side. It was the right side. And I had two vehicles. Both the vehicles had the same problem. And later when we investigated, we found that about a dozen of Sai Baba's devotees have come there in the midnight. And second time was with a truck, because I generally give 4 or 5 lectures a day. So from Calicut, that is in Kerala, I was traveling to Trichy. In the midway, in midnight, about 4 o'clock, I myself drive the vehicle. A truck came and hit me twice. But because it was a jeep, nothing happened. I could reach safely, and I don't know how I got out from the trap.
One starts to believe in God the way you were lucky all those 3 times.
I think God didn't have the power to murder me. This human God.
What about all this gold, all these valuable things that Sai Baba produces? I mean, if he really materializes gold from thin air, does he pay VAT?
We have a law called Gold Control Act. And according to the Gold Control Act, I had a beautiful video film wherein he created a diamond necklace and presented it to the daughter of a Supreme Court judge. Because judge cannot say, I don't know law. And based on that, as a record, I filed a case in the High Court of Andhra Pradesh, because this happened in Andhra. The judge, for the first time in the history of the...
But what was the case? What was
the case was against Gold Control Act, because Gold Control Act says nobody can produce gold, nobody can possess gold, and nobody can gift gold unless they take license from the Gold Control Authority.
And he gave something that was made of gold.
To the Supreme Court judge's daughter.
Okay. So you filed a case?
I filed the case and produced the video tape. And for the first time in the history of legal history, our Indian court have passed judgment without calling for evidence or witnesses. And the judge himself has said that Sai Baba really creates, so it is not against the Gold Control Act. Now I have gone to the Supreme Court asking 9 pertinent questions. The first question was, if another person also claims, because it was based on the claim of Sai Baba, the judgment is here. If I also claim that I produce gold, will I be left scot-free? Because on the day in which I filed this case, 3 people were arrested for smuggling gold. One woman had gold in her womb, another person had gold in the anus, and the third person was in the stomach.
And will they be left scot-free once they start claiming that they materialize?
The lady can say, I had sex with my husband yesterday night, and it has turned into gold.
Why not? Why not?
That is the question which I asked. And because if the Supreme Court is going to answer any of these 9 questions, he has to be in jail for 14 years.
But he won't.
He can't, because Supreme Court has waited for 6 years to see whether I will die or he will die. In such cases, the case becomes infructuous.
How many avatars, incarnations of God do you know of in India alone?
According to our scripture, that is written about 1,000, 2,000 years, we had 30 million avatars at that time, God-men.
30 million avatars in
now
India
it may
alone?
be more than 300 million. Every village has got 5-6 avatars. God, because one avatar is not enough to stop all this.
Every village
has got dozens of
avatars. Now, what these people very often show us are, in our Western eyes, are typical Indian things. Putting spikes through their tongues, producing no blood, and even stop their hearts from beating. And you told me that you were willing to prove that you are able to do this trick.
Yes.
Therefore, we have Arend Jan Meinders. Please step forward. Gewapend met een stethoscoop. Please remain seated. Can we first do your pulse? Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Arend Jan, zou je willen voelen of hij een pols heeft op dit moment?
I do a lot of control of the beat, like the people do it.
Heeft u nog een pols?
Hij heeft een pols.
Would you care to stop your pulse?
I'm going to stop. Let me do the pranayama.
En nu is hij weg.
And if you don't have pulse for 5 minutes, you are dead. I think I am already
You
dead.
never stopped your heart from beating.
Huh?
You never stopped your heart from beating.
No, people say,
How did
doctors
you do
say
it?
I don't
How
have
did
a
you
heart.
make that pulse disappear?
It is very easy. Government, see, the pulse is the movement of the blood in the artery. So what they do is they keep a lemon here and press on that so that the blood doesn't flow through the artery. And there is no pulse. But we are better. We ordinary people are better. Because I have practiced myself without lemon. I don't need any lemon to expand my chest and press the muscles, hand muscles on the chest so that the blood doesn't flow.
And you fooled the doctor.
I didn't fool him.
No. Okay.
But,
now I want him to listen to your heartbeat.
Yeah.
Because
I think
here's
many
a
people
whole
say,
different story going on.
So even Sai Baba's people say I don't have a heart.
Arend Jan, luister. Heeft hij een hartslag?
They say I don't have a heart. But my girlfriend didn't say that. She said I have a good heart. I have a heart now, isn't it?
Let the doctor decide.
Hij heeft een hart.
Hij heeft een hart. Okay, you have a heart. Okay, it's now scientifically proven. You
No,
have a
stopping
heart.
it.
Make it stop.
Yes.
En nu is het weg.
Oh, ja. Dankjewel. How long does it take you to train yourself?
You can do it within 5 minutes. But people say you have to do yoga for 20, 30 years.
Listen, Mr. Premanand, if all these things are so easy to understand, and you have published about all these things for so many years, why can these people be so successful for so many years?
The thing is, though the publication is, I may publish 500 copies or 5,000 copies. We have 800 million people in India and in the world who come there also. But people are changing. I have given more than 7,000 lectures in India and come across more than 20 million people. And after teaching people how this man does the tricks, the godman Sai Baba is now afraid to go to people. He does these tricks only in his ashram, where he has got his own gundas, that is leaders around him, so that if anybody comes and hits his hat, he will be caught. I think one foreigner tried it in 1991, and he was just beaten up by the people.
Hooray for skepticism. Thanks for being on our show.
Thank you.